Neck of the Woods with another video. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about my normal routine during the holiday season. So basically, how I developed my routine. See, I don't know if you heard that, but that's a raggedy ass bum just doing his bum bullshit. I'm in Hollywood, California. So if you hear that, just ignore it. Anyhow, um, so like most normal people, normal, I don't know if that's a good thing or the proper word. Like most people, I fell into the belief of celebrating the holiday seasons, just like everyone else tend to do. Um, and pretty much my red pill moment in regards to the holiday season occurred in 2003. Well, actually, it kind of occurred before that. Late 2002, my uncle died. One of my uncles died. And then about a few months, or I think 6 months after that, my grandmother died. So those two occurrences of deaths of loved ones within my family occurred like back to back. That in itself was a red pill moment, right? And after my grandmother passed away, and I believe she died because my uncle, who's her son, he had died, and of course my mom had died. Now I'm not including my mom in with this because I could care less about my mom, but of course my mom was my grandmother's daughter, so she has some sort of feelings toward her on that. So basically, two of my grandmother's children died. And I'm told that parents of children, if any of their children was to die before them, that really affects them. And of course, my grandmother had already bad health already at that time as it is, so that pretty much took her out. And then, since my grandmother is a loved one to me, one of the most loving family members that I've ever had, and then she passed away, along with my uncle, my mom's brother, then I pretty much became a Grinch. I was like, fuck everything, fuck Thanksgiving, fuck Christmas. Just on the purpose of just because I felt like being a Grinch and the loved ones in my family died, the real loved ones. So, I don't know when this happened, but after these deaths, but I'm still hating the holiday season. I think years later, and I've always been into knowledge and information. I didn't just wake up yesterday and became red pilled. I didn't just wake up yesterday and decided I wanted to like become informed on certain things. I've always strived to learn as much as I can about life and the mysteries of life and what goes on in life. So I came across information about how all the holidays, I mean every single holiday within American history is pagan, has pagan origins. Now I'm kind of mixed on the terminology or what is referred to as paganism because also after my grandmother passed away, I became an atheist. I was just against all religion because, well, of course, as you know, like most older black folks from the South, my grandmother was a Christian. And to my knowledge, I'm not going to say she's a perfect person or she was a saint, but she was definitely perfect toward me. And that's really all that mattered to me. She was just a regular human being, who was a Christian. I don't think she was a hypocrite. But here you have this person who's a Christian, and she passed away. She died. She lived a miserable life, and then she died. And I'm supposed to be a Christian or be religious? Not just Christianity, religious. Because there's a lot of religious folk like this. Whatever religious part, um, faith they have, and it's like the most religious, I guess, true religious practicing person of that faith, they're the ones that have the shortest life. So that's why I felt that way. Of course, raggedy Hollywood bullshit. I don't give a fuck. So anyhow, so so I came across that, these holidays were pagan, and I came across some other information, the true stories of these different holidays. And upon finding out this information, I was like, oh, that's interesting, because I'm all about information. But I still hated, um, the holidays being like Thanksgiving and Christmas. I don't really have too much of an issue with these other holidays like, Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day. I mean, all of them are pagan too. I just treat those days as extra days off for me, which I usually don't take when I work the regular job. Those were like holiday pay, so I worked on those days and I got double pay for it. So I really like those holidays. So now I work on TV and movies as a background extra. In addition to that, I also do Uber and Lyft and Postmates and other little gigs. But when I had a regular job, normally what I do is I work. I work my ass off. I would there's always someone who's trying to take off for that day if they can do it. They would love to take off that day so they could be with their so-called family, relatives, and friends. Me, I'm like, I would just walk up to like just anyone I know who's working. If I knew I was off that day for whatever reason, I would ask to work their shift. And they are so happy that someone wants to work their shift. I didn't care who it was or what shift it was, as long as someone offered it to me. Well, I actually offer to work and then they say yes. And then I go ahead and I work that shift and I proceed to receive my double pay because it's holiday pay. When you work holidays on some of these jobs or many of these jobs, you get double pay for it. Well, I no longer work those jobs at this moment. I'm just working my gigs, and these gigs that I presently work in, they do not offer any incentive per se. So, but I still voluntarily choose to work on those days, and that's what I've been doing. The, this past holiday season. I don't have a family. I don't have um, my family live in Tennessee, and I'm just out here by myself. I don't have no girlfriend, no wife, no children. So instead of sit back thinking about pretty much how lonely I am, instead I try to do something productive so I don't really think about it. Also, when Thanksgiving comes about, and I started this routine a few years ago. Um, this female friend that I'm friends with, actually, she's become like an honorary family member to me, and her family has become like family to me. So what I usually do, I do partake in cooking. I cook. That's one of the things I like to do. I didn't go to school for that. I'm not like a professional chef, but I tell people that I am a chef. They don't know the difference because when they eat my cooking, they think I am a chef. So I go ahead and call myself that. And for Thanksgiving, I partake in a Thanksgiving dinner and I help out with that. Yes, I know that is celebrating Thanksgiving, but I look at it as an opportunity to showcase my skill in the kitchen, and also it's an opportunity for me again to not feel so lonely and think about like that I'm not around my relatives, but instead I'm around some other positive, loving people. And that is my suggestion to you all, whoever, if you guys are distant from your relatives like I am. Um, yeah, you just go ahead and find something productive to do if you feel like doing that. Or you could just sit back and relax and chill. Whatever it is, as long as it just takes your mind off of the fact that you're not around your relatives. That's the whole point. And maybe you don't even want to be around your relatives. And to be quite honest, I don't want to be around my relatives. I'm under uh, the belief system, me personally, that even though I don't want to be around my relatives, I can find my own family out here in this world, which I pretty much have done so somewhat for the time being. So, this is pretty much what I do during the holiday season. I just work. So, right now, background work is slow, so I'm just doing more Uber and Lyft because, especially for New Year's that's going to be the big one. I'm expecting lots of money to work on that. Also, for me, the holiday season, as far as I'm concerned, as it's always been, my birthday is in late October. So that's really the beginning of the holiday season for me. Now, I don't partake in Halloween because I don't have any kids. My birthday is before Halloween. So my birthday comes. I definitely celebrate that because it's my birthday. And then it's like after my birthday passes, then I'm like in a funk. Well, this used to be the case. Now I'm not so much a Grinch like I used to be. Since I've started doing this cooking for Thanksgiving, I've become less of a Grinch. But either way, I'm still in a funk, you know. And Christmas comes around, I'm in a funk. And when the New Year come, I'm actually so happy. The New Year is always like a breath of fresh air for me. So I like the New Year's. I love New Year's Eve and I love New Year's Day. That's when I come out of my funk. So I just thought I'd tell you all that. Hopefully you got something out of this video. Maybe you picked up some sort of feeling or advice from this. If you like it, just give it a thumbs up and leave a comment if you like. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And that is all I got to say on this matter. Neck of the woods, I'm out.